What's up, everyone? Nethervoid back with War Thunder. Not sure you'd ever thought you'd see this on my channel, did you? Tanks! Look at this! Tanks is back, guys! And girls, Tanks are back! Welcome to Tank Tuesdays. I kind of like that. Tank Tuesdays, Season 1, Episode 1. Although this might just be Episode 1 because with these kind of videos, there really aren't any seasons, right? I mean, what am I seasoning? What's the end and the start of the season of this?
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Anyway, War Thunder Tanks. Been playing a lot of War Thunder lately in arcade. I have not ventured into the other modes yet for tanks, but I really love the arcade for tanks. I've been also trying Armored Warfare, which I kind of like. It does bear a lot of similarities to World of Tanks, which, in my opinion, is not that great. I kind of like the War Thunder way of doing things. You can see on the top right there, when I shoot a shell, the tank doesn't matter how many hit points it's taking. The tank doesn't have hit points, okay? It's, are the crew members dead? Are the modules dead? Right? I just killed that tank. There we go, one-shot kill on that guy. Now, I don't know if anybody else shot him or anything, but I really like that. The mechanics, how the mechanics work in this game. So I'm going to be sticking to War Thunder probably for a lot of my tank stuff. I will be showing stuff from Armored Warfare and World of Tanks. Don't worry about that. Definitely will be showing those other two games on Tank Tuesdays. I'm possibly going to be expanding to Tank Thursdays as well. It doesn't sound as cool as Tank Tuesdays, but it's fine. TT is good, so whatever. Put in the comment section if you like that tanks are coming back, and if you want to see Tuesday. I'm probably doing Tank Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like I said before in an update video, I do want to make sure I don't burn myself out with videos. So we will see. But you're going to see two games of me in the PZ3. Majority of the time I'm in the PZ3E and F, which I think are rank 1, and I call them tiers, but rank 1 like tier 1 and 2, I think. They've changed the research tree a little bit since the last time I played, and the ground forces trees are even filling out pretty well, and that's pretty awesome. Right here, I think I'm trying to hit a Stug, because, yeah, you can see in the top right there. When you see a Stug, you just gotta kill them, because those guys will one-shot kill you almost every time because their armament is so awesome. I love the Stug. The only reason I have it, I think, on my loadout, but I don't use it because it's already on 100%ed. Like, I've pretty much unlocked the whole thing, and I'm trying to unlock a lot of tank lines and just keep moving up the tank lines, right? So once I 100% a tank, I kind of stopped playing it in favor of showing you guys something new and not showing you the same tank 50,000 times. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of War Thunder. I can't remember what this map is called. I looked before I started this, and I can't remember. I don't remember all the map names right now because I was never that into War Thunder Ground Forces. I was just too burned out on tank stuff. But now that I'm having fun again with tanks, I'm really liking. I've actually played about 5 or 6 matches a night now, which is kind of a lot for how much I used to play, or how much I stopped really playing World of Tanks. So I'm kind of disappointed they took the 2 times away, though, the daily 2 times, because that was kind of neat. I don't know why. Tell me why they took it away if you know. See all these, so what I'm doing here, my strategy here is I'm not going to crawl down the hill. I'm going to keep sniping these enemy tanks. It does 2 things. Well, really, it's a 3-point strategy for this, really. 1, it sends these guys back to the starting area, okay? They got to get new tanks and advance. 2, it knocks that tank out. Everybody only gets 3 tanks, right? Doesn't matter how many slots you have open. You only get 3 tanks. Right here, I'm just looking for targets, but I'm not going to go down in there. 3, the more tanks I can get out of that cap, the easier it is for my allies to advance, right? My friendlies to advance. So I'm just focused on killing these tanks, and obviously killing tanks, period, just because who doesn't like killing tanks, right? When you play these games, killing stuff is fun. That's the whole point of the game. So here I am, just basically just mowing down the enemy team. A lot of my games, I generally get pretty high on the kill list. I'm usually between first top 5 people, probably top 3 usually. Or I just have a really crummy game and I only get like 2 or 3 kills. So it's kind of like World of Tanks that way. A lot of these shooters are like this. This is another great tank. It's a reserve tank. And I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, and I can't really see the screen because I have to re-render the video from from War Thunder, and I think World of Tanks as well now, because my drive cannot read the data back fast enough because I don't have an SSD because I'm still in the Stone Age. Also, this is before I learned, I don't know why it took me so long to learn this, but that spacebar is machine gun. So after I learned that in a game that was after this, actually a couple games after this, I machine gunned down an aircraft. That was kind of cool. See, one-shot that dude. Again, I don't know if he had any previous damage or anything, but one-shot kills in a sense. And now my team's taking the cap back because I like to think that part of that reason is because I kicked all those enemy off the cap, right? I allowed my teammates to advance down into the cap. Now, I used to be a real big cap fan, especially for the planes, which I will probably be also bringing back. I haven't gotten into the planes right at this second because I'm really trying to focus on tanks. I'm going to be shifting my channel back toward a mainly tank channel, and any extra stuff I'm just going to do on a separate channel. The views for those other games are low enough that I'm just going to go back to having 2 channels and really get back into tanks on this channel, because that's what this channel really has always been. As much as I wanted it to get away from tanks, it's just never going to, and that's okay. Now that I'm having fun with this stuff again, who cares? So I notice also a lot of the way I get these guys is the first shot I shoot is generally, I try to shoot at the front or back track wheel to stop them so I can kill them so they don't get behind cover, right? A lot of times my shots are knocking out engines, because if I shoot 1/3 of the way through the tank, or even at the midway point, by the time the shell hits the tank, it's hitting the back end of the tank, and really that's a leading issue. You should not be leading that way. Wow, right through the front plate, destroying mofos, right? I've actually got most of this tank unlocked. I think I have the best shells unlocked. I'm not positive. Those don't look like APCR, so I don't know if these are definitely not APCR shells. They're the capped shells, explosive cap shell or something like that. But anyway, so I'll probably be doing some planes, definitely be doing a lot of tank stuff. I'm not sure if guides are going to be coming back specifically. Now this guy right here was on me like white on rice for the longest time. So the way I beat this guy, first I'm just kind of waiting for teammates, his friendlies to come out, enemy teammates, because I don't care about one guy. Usually, like especially in this cap situation right here, you're going to see 5 or 6 tanks. So I don't care about one guy. Now I'm trying to pot shot. There we go. Pot shotted him. Boom. So what I did is line up my shot. Now this is something you can only do in arcade. I lined my shot up. There I go again. Just basically ripping these dudes. A new a-hole here. Just terrorizing the enemy team. Again, not advancing into the cap, because what I've noticed lately is I'm knocking out all the enemy vehicles, and the cap, we're not even getting the cap. Look at, they're capping us right now, but I'm already knocked out like at least 10 enemy. I don't know what my count is right here, but I've knocked out a lot of dudes. I had 14 kills on this game. So, in my opinion, this helps the team more than anything else, because it pushes back the enemy momentum, right? You're going to reset their momentum back to the start, and actually, I think I've also said that in planes is to reset the momentum of the enemy team. You can also do that in War Thunder planes. I'm gonna have to get back into that though. I forgot a lot of my strategy for that game, but I definitely need to get back into that. So for World of Tanks, I'll definitely be playing World of Tanks and posting World of Tanks. I would love to get to a point where I can post War Thunder at least once a week, World of Tanks at least once a week, and then maybe planes, and maybe alternate between planes and then armored warfare or something like that. I'm not really sure. That would be really sweet to have three tank, you know, quote unquote tank videos coming out every week. So there we go. We failed the mission, but I got 14 kills. I died twice. Really awesome game. And most of the time when I do that, take that strategy in these games, my friendlies are pushing up on the cap and we win. So we'll go over all the medals here that I got. Really awesome game. And I am going to cut it before we're done because I don't know when this thing's going to cut out. So let me check. Oh, I have a little bit of time. So usually my friendlies can crawl up into the cap, get the cap for us, and we win the game. Obviously that's the best case scenario, but I've noticed that most of the time that's what we can do. Another thing I like to do is kind of flank. I don't generally go straight head on to the cap, because most of the enemy incoming fire is going to be in that same direction, right? It's going to be straight ahead. I try, especially since War Thunder maps are so large, I try to come in from the side and shoot people from the side, which you'll see in the next video. Hold on, let me get that video up. Okay, getting right into the second game here. This game is a little bit different. It's definitely mostly with the PZ3s that I was talking about before. The difference here is I had 2 of those daily boosts going for plus 25% to credits in total. So the credits in the end, you'll see pretty pretty insane, but it's also because that there's 2 boosts. Here you can see something going on. I have no idea what that is all about, but it is. I love this map as well. Again, I don't know the map names very well yet, but I will be learning them. I think part of that's because when you're loading in, the name of the map is so damn small. My eyes don't go to the top left of the screen just because. Right? I'm looking at the map itself and where the capture point is, and kind of where the roads are and things. I think some of that is because War Thunder maps are so large, which I love. I love that the maps are so large. I almost never get to the edge of the map, right? That's the point. That's the point of them being so large, is you can kind of use whatever strategy you want. And you're not confined to going down certain exact lanes that they build into the map, you know what I mean? Because that is just crap. I don't want to have a straight-on face-to-face fight all the time. I want to be able to use tactics and strategy like I'm doing right here. I'm flanking the whole damn enemy team here as they're going to be rolling through, you'll see, from left to right, and I'm just going to kill them all indiscriminately, just basically turkey shoot the crap out of these guys. So we're at 362 meters right there. Nice crit hit right there on the transmission or the engine, I can't tell. Again, the video is pretty crappy right now, but he's pretty much down for the count now. It takes a lot to repair these tanks, and there's no way he's going to be repairing faster than I can keep my reload up. So he's definitely done for. Really what it is just picking the great spot to hit to get the kill. So, yeah, there we go. Ground unit destroyed. So first strike, you'll see I get first strike and last strike in this game. I don't want to tell you anything more about it. That's a pretty good game. So another thing I love about this game is there's spalling. It's not just where does the shell travel through the tank. There's spall, you know, when you hit the tank. And I don't know if World of Tanks has this or not. I don't think they do, but they might. Is little pieces of metal come off the inside of the metal on the tank and basically shoot out like shrapnel, and that can damage modules and players and crew, which is really cool. That's why one shot from a tank can kill the whole tank, because look, you just see right there, well, that didn't do much. The spalling basically took out the one dude and the gun right there, it looked like. But you'll see I get shots where the spall, and that's why you want to hit the tank usually dead center, because the spall damage could kill the whole crew. Now right there I get the guy in the engine, and then I'm hitting center mass, and I hit the ammo right there. I'm surprised it didn't go off, and boom, he's dead. Although they didn't tell me why right there. Maybe I hit the ammo or something. So great little spot to perch. The PZ3 has an amazing gun. I love the rounds on the PZ3. Really high pen for its tier. And just a really amazing tank. It's got great mobility. Oh, here's a real close encounter, so you want to get rid of these guys obviously first. Anybody that's close to spot you like this, or is going to remember your position. There we go, some good spall damage, taking out a bunch of different modules and stuff. That guy's dead. Oh, here's Buddy. So right there, oh, these BT-7s, I think. You got to take these guys out fast, because those tanks are really fast. They'll get around you, and you can have some serious problems if you just let them go. Boom! One shot, see? Oh, okay, the engine exploded. You see that little explosion thing on the top right? So here a guy gets sneaky and sneaks around me, and he sets me on fire. I don't realize I have an extinguisher. Not early enough, anyway. But there's no way I'm repairing my tank. He's just going to keep popping me. It's not going to happen. I need an extinguisher. Yeah. Now I have to slice. Maybe it's got to tie it. It's back up. But, you know, obviously it's just going to keep shooting me, keep me on fire, and keep my modules out. You can see I kind of started rotating my turret again, and that would have got that guy killed, basically. So let's go with the F. I'm actually not driving the PZ3E anymore, because I did it. I don't know if it's called deleting it in this game. Basically 100%ed it, and so I don't drive it anymore. I think I'm driving, I know I'm driving a PC2C, which is awesome. I love that tank of all the tanks. And I'm kind of not so in love with it in this game just because the 20 mil cannon on it is not that great. There we go, one shot into that dude, spalled all the way through his, basically, all the way through his tank. Eye for an eye right there, that's pretty cool. So I'm like, get out of my hiding spot, because I like that little hidey hole. Now, I don't know why, and this must be because these are low tier battles, but no one has any situational awareness, and that's what I'm really doing here, is taking advantage of people's lack of situational awareness, not watching the mini-map, or I'm not being spotted. I'm not exactly sure if I'm being spotted or not. But definitely, see, this is what I shouldn't be doing. Sometimes when people are crawling up, getting too close, I'll stop and take some shots, but really what I should be doing, and again, I hit him in the engine right there, and the engine looked like it exploded a little bit, but I didn't get major damage on him. It didn't kill him outright. He's definitely down, and I get this assist. Yeah, assists not being as good as getting a kill in this game. I know I've talked ad nauseum about that in when I was doing planes a lot, is that I felt like they need to change up the monetary system as far as kills and assists. Instead, moving it more toward how many crew members or modules did you knock out. That's probably a better way to look at it. Again, I don't know how many extra calculations that is on the server. They could have a reason for it. And really what I've been noticing, and again, I think I noticed this definitely when I was doing planes, is the lower tiers are just fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm not too concerned with credits yet, and you know, who got what credits, and I'm like, kill stealer, and stuff like that, because I don't really care how many credits I get. I'm typically getting more credits than I'm spending. I'm not running a premium account in these two battles. What I'm going to start doing, I think, is on the day, I'm going to pick certain days to play these different games, and I'm going to buy premium for one day. Because I think what's going to happen is, I might play this game only, you know, well, War Thunder might be different. I might play War Thunder 15 times a month, 12 to 15 times a month, and so I'm going to calculate how much gold that is, you know, it's gold for one day times 12 to 15, and see if that's cheaper than buying the whole month. Because why would I buy all this extra time that I'm not using? It's just going to cost me more money, right? And then that way, it frees up some cash to pay for premium on different days with other games. Because you kind of can't play these games without premium. It's really tough. You get stuck in the lower tiers. I know with Armored Warfare, it's taken me, I don't know, like 2 weeks of grinding out my dailies every day just to go from tier 3 to 4. You know, that seems like a long time. Now, again, all my friendlies have been able to push up on the cap because I am killing the enemy before they can even get up to the cap. I'm killing them before they even know what's going on. Well, plus they're strolling right into the cap, which is, again, probably a newbie move that they won't be doing in a few tiers. I'm hoping anyway. Well, no, I hope the enemy does this all the time, but here that guy gets locked down right here by me. With my shot. I guess I kind of hope. I hope my allies don't do that, and I hope the enemy does. Maybe let's get that one. Oh, here we go. This guy. Oh, I'm not sure who to shoot. I should have shot that guy who's closer. Oh, wow, I get the one-shot kill right there. Oh, there was a chain reaction. Everything in his tank exploded. Did you see that? That was pretty awesome. I usually do look up at the top right because I want to see how I killed the tank. There we had some explosions as well, plus the whole crew was dead. And let's get rid of this guy. Nice crit hit right there. Crits seem to be doing a good amount of damage, which I like as well. Hits, not so much. I seem to be getting quite a lot of credits on kill here, which is great. It must be the repair cost of the tank. Well, I'm not repairing my tank. So, at least I don't think I am. I need to make sure that it's not auto-repairing. I'm pretty sure it's not. But I do auto-reload ammo, and I probably... Oh, I know that the price of repair goes up. So there you go, 11 kills, 1 death. It looks like 5 assists. A great little game. We're going to go over the end plates here while I just sit here. And yeah, I've researched a new tank or something like that. I'm basically filling out the stuff that I didn't get to unlock when I first started playing Ground Forces when it first came out. So you can see me kind of unlocking different things in the bottom here. What am I doing? Oh, I was trying to see what I wanted to unlock next. I don't care about the flak stuff yet. Not really concerned with that tank right now, those tanks. Yeah, you can see me just kind of thinking this over. I don't know why I was thinking so long on this. I knew I was recording, so I don't know what I'm doing here. So I pick a new tank. I'm doing some upgrades here. Usually with upgrades, I usually go parts first so I can repair in the field. Then I try to get fire extinguisher so I can put out a fire because that'll kill you really fast. And then I almost always go for all gunnery stuff. I don't care as much about engine and things like that. I mainly want to get my elevation and my traverse for my turret and all those things, and the ammo, to different types of ammo, because that gives me. I think the biggest thing about this game is the gun, and that's the same thing in World of Tanks. And look at that laundry list of medals. You're going to watch me mouse over them. It's the same thing in World of Tanks. I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing in Armored Warfare. Is just the gun is pretty much everything. So I need to get shots on target as much as possible, not only for credits, but also to destroy enemy tanks and really whittle them down by attrition, get them to have to lose their ground as well on the map. It's really all about that gun, and mobility to get there is not as important. Again, right now at this level, it might be more important later, but these tanks are already pretty fast and they handle okay. So really what I want to do is get my aim time down, and I want to get that turret, rotation good and elevation, etc., etc. And then I want to get the high pen ammo, and then I'm good to go. Then I just kind of pick up everything as I go. So there you go. This thing's over. I'll see you guys next time. Stay frosty.